All right, time now is 10:46 a.m. on June 25th. I've existed for 6 months here today. Well, actually, it should be yesterday. Eh. Anyways, yeah, it's quite early. Usually I wake up a little bit late, maybe at 12 at noon. Well, that's because today I'll be meeting Potter, and I'm gonna have to wake up, finish watching the movie I watched last night. I still have 15 minutes left. Film a review. I don't have to edit it. And then at 1 p.m., I'll be meeting Potter at Century City. We'll have lunch together. We'll talk. We'll walk. Well, whatever. And then I'm gonna come back home for dinner. That's that. Nice crispy voice. Um, yeah, I don't have much else to say. I slept from 3:30 a.m. to 10 something, 10:30. I woke up at 10, but I'm like, screw it. I went back to bed for a little more. So that is 6.5 hours. Um, when I went to bed at 3:30, there was still noise outside. Cindy, so I went outside to turn on the air conditioner, and Jared and Cindy were still out there, plus a white guy sitting on the chair, and he says, "What's up?" And then the Indian woman, well, I don't know if it's Indian, could be Pakistani, could be Sri Lankan, I don't know. South Asian woman, South Asian American woman. She's in Cindy's bedroom, and they rushed out of. Cindy grabbed her out of her bedroom and said, "I need to take her home. She's super drunk, blah, 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 blah." And I didn't really care. I just want to sleep. So I turned on the air conditioner. I asked, "Can I turn on the air conditioner?" And nobody replied. Okay. So I went back to bed, and I heard the Indian woman, or the South Asian woman, screaming drunkenly, "I need to apologize to Enoch. I need to apologize to Enoch." And then she left. So that's that. Uh and then yeah, that's all. So, didn't have any significant dreams. I'm pretty sure I had a dream, but it's just too hazy and blurry. I don't really remember it. And also short film. So level 5. I'm not going to talk about level 2 or 4 all that much from now on. Level 5 is the goal. The short film, the short film, the short film. Um I still no response from Christian. He's just disappeared. At the most critical moment that I need him, he disappeared. Let's fucking go. And also, my mom's colleague's friend's daughter, no response, no email from her as well. That is absolutely amazing. Maybe I was given the wrong email address, but no response at fucking all. That is so great, man. That's so great. I am rushing right now. I'm in a great hurry, and nobody's saying a single goddamn thing. This is absolutely amazing. John L. did respond though. John L. from USC, I asked him for help as a last resort, even though I don't want to. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but I don't want to bother him. It just seems like he has a lot on his plate because he also needs to film a short film himself. Um, I asked him, and he's like, "I don't know anyone. Do tell me if you find anyone, though." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." At least he's being nice about it. So right now, so far, I got the pastor's son to be my main character for my short film. And then we have one potential actor who can potentially be the old guy. I still need the old woman, the middle-aged woman, and another actor who I hope Christian can provide. And Christian's not responding, but Christian allegedly has a crew. So I'm still working on finding people. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm the director. I'm not the producer. I'm not supposed to do that. What the fuck? So, like even for my last short film, Dreams, it's my producer who finds the actors. I didn't have to find them. It would take me years, but he has connections. But this is different. Also, goddamn, my hair looks like a boat. Looks like a ship. Looks like a pirate ship. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna eat a bowl of cereal, watch movie, review, go out, meet Potter. Yay! That's all for today. And fuck, I don't know how. It still seems very impossible. Yesterday gave me a little hope though. Yesterday, maybe I'm gonna be able to find the old man character, but only a little bit. Like, I still gotta do the scheduling and the budget, and that's not even supposed to be my job. You know, that's not my job. So I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I should do? I thought about this last night. If I truly cannot film this short film, I should do a failsafe so that I can make the 5-minute short filmed in Hong Kong. I should write a failsafe script just in case. But then that would also be really tough, knowing that it's also possible to film this film after I return to LA. I don't know. But there we go. Also, on a side note, I think I have a sore developed here because like a week ago I was brushing my teeth and I accidentally stabbed myself with the toothbrush. Because why not? All right, and we're back. Century City. Let's go. Let's try this one. Chipotle, first time. Let's go. All right, so time now is 6:49 p.m. I'm back and all right, this is ooh, fuck, what the fuck happened, man? What the fuck? So so first of all, I hung out with Potter. I was on time. I was right on time. I arrived at Westfield Century City, and I saw him, and then we hung out, and then we immediately went to the food court and ate. And I got myself Chipotle because I've never tried it before. So that's that. And then I got a 12 point something dollar, 2 tacos with a drink, and that's it. And it's clearly not enough. So I'm actually really hungry right now. And yeah, and then we just started talking, and then after lunch we walked around the mall. We found a neat little place at the second floor outside of another store to sit down, and we just talked and talked. He bought himself a coffee, and then afterwards he's like, okay, this mall is enough for me. So he's like, where else do you want to go? And I'm like, I don't know, Sawtell. So we went to our apartment instead. So he's like, do you want to go to our apartment? No, he's like, can I go to your apartment? And I'm like, sure. And indeed, it's fine. Just I don't know, just don't go into my bedroom, I guess. But I didn't say that. So at one point, he you know, I took my laptop out to the table. We just sat down, got our cups of water, and we just listened, watched music videos, and that's it, really. And that's pretty much it. And this is where things started to get a little unfortunate. Okay, so before that, during the mall and during lunch, we talked a lot. We talked about, hey, how's our life lately? How is everything lately? This and that and this and that. And it's nice, it's a usual talk. Not really usual talk, more like it's the talk you would expect between me and Potter. So I talked about, my life now, and I talked about, oh, this crazy HKOS thing, this Pepper thing that's crazy and full of ups and downs. The fact that I and Pepper didn't speak to each other at all for a while, and then suddenly we started talking to each other, the reconciliation. I talked about the script writing club. I talked about my short film, how it's all a clusterfuck, how it's all connected. And, he's like, okay, interesting. So he's actually enjoying my story, at least it seems. And he talked about how he isn't doing much. So he's actually living in JT's place right now. So JT's living in a host family. And Potter was going to move at around like May. And he originally wanted to move to Westwood. And I thought he's living in Westwood right now. Turns out, he told he and the Airbnb owner had some, I guess, argument of sorts, and the Airbnb owner is like, okay, you gotta leave on this day. And then he realized that he doesn't have anywhere to stay, so he's like, oh, can I stay for longer? And the Airbnb owner was like, okay, sure, but you need to pay more. You need to pay $1,600 per month instead of $1,100. So Potter's like, fuck, And then on the day before Potter had to move, JT DM'd Potter out of nothing, out of curiosity. And it's like, hey, how are you doing? And Potter's like, I'm trying to move, blah, 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 blah. And then JT's like, oh, actually, by the way, the room beside me is empty. And Potter's like, all right. So Potter moved in with JT. They don't live in the same room, but, it's a big house. So that's that. Anyways, that's that. And then I and Potter talked a lot about JT and Pepper. So Potter had never met Pepper, but we both have seen JT before. And I told Potter how insecure I got when I saw, a lot of, people like JT and Pepper having tons of friends hanging out left and right. And karaoke and lunches and dinners and hangouts, and I feel kind of insecure. I don't think I'm doing well enough. And Potter's like, no, you're doing well, you're doing fine. In fact, Potter thinks that JT, on the surface, he seems like a very happy, sunshine, exciting person who's super sociable, and she is like that, sure, but she's also not very sensitive, and she's a mess. Her room is a mess. And she's not a very sensible person. She cannot get her life together. And she missed the flight. She didn't miss the flight. She just thought, so the flight is at 1 a.m., but she thought it's 1 p.m. So she missed it. Her flight back to Hong Kong. So, that's that. And Potter said, in fact, Potter thinks that I'm doing even better. Potter thinks, so I told Potter all that, I'm trying to do script writing club, I'm trying to do a short film for USC, my weight gain stuff, me buying more food so that I could gain more weight. And Potter's like, not bad, you're handling yourself quite well. And then I said, I learned something from JT. I learned from JT that I have to speak to people via Instagram. But Potter's like, no, you, JT should learn something from you because you're very organized. So don't worry about, not being super social. Like, you're doing fine. You're doing quite well. And I'm like, yeah, all right, thank you. So that's that. And we talked a lot about, we didn't talk much about politics. We talked a lot about Hong Kong music and Hong Kong films, and also like just our lives and LA and, like people, mainly people. So we talked about Pepper, and I told Potter a lot about Pepper, and Potter's like, wow, Pepper's kind of like JT, Pepper's also very surface level, lots of exclamation marks. When she says yes, she says it with a lot of S's at the back, and Pepper's wears makeup and earrings and has parties and drinks with friends, and, apparently Pepper's that kind of person. And we talked a little bit about relationships. I told him, like, as days go by, I kind of want to get a girlfriend, but literally nobody's interesting for me. And Potter's like, yeah, I get it. And Potter said he also wants a relationship. Not necessarily dating, but just someone to, like, really stick with. So there's that. And I even told Potter, like, oh, like, Instagram suggests followers. Instagram suggests accounts. Like, there's an account where you and Pepper follow, and he's like, which one? And then I went through Instagram, and I went through all of them, and he found it. And yes, it's that guy. So that's the one Japanese dude that Pepper somehow knows as well, that the Taiwanese girl knows, and Potter knows. Okay, went to our apartment, and we were kind of afraid. Okay, what if my roommates show up? Are they gonna chat with me? Like, hold on, like, is it gonna be awkward? Because Potter doesn't really like that stuff at all. Potter's kind of Zen, and not even like Zen, like, and when I say Zen, I mean Zen, like Buddhist Zen. Like, Potter's all about embracing yourself, living in reality, chilling. Potter doesn't care about socializing and hanging out and partying. Potter wants to improve himself. Potter quitted smoking weed and smoking cigarettes. Potter's telling me that he is trying to quit sugar and he quit meat. He's eating vegetarian meals. And Potter's saying, oh, I've been noticing that cell phones, mobile phones have been kind of annoying and kind of a nuisance lately. And Potter just wants to chill and just not care, really. Okay, anyways, so Potter doesn't like speaking to people that much, and I get it. I get that. Went to our apartment, I put my laptop on the table, and we started listening to music, and Potter introduced me to some more music and told me how this song reminds him of my short film. I told him about my short film idea, and he's like, okay, that's pretty good. Now the thing begins. Because we were going to play a movie, but it's not playing. So instead, I just went around and went to YouTube and searched for, songs. And I started talking about the Hong Kong songs that I found and all that stuff. At one point, we talked about I, and one of her songs is amazing. And I talked about how it reminds me of Midair Thief. And so I typed onto YouTube Midair Thief, and guess what? My review shows up. Fuck. So, yeah, my Midair Thief Crumbling album review showed up, and it's literally right there. Well, at first it's not, but it was in the suggestion bar. And I tried to immediately click away while pretending that I'm not noticing anything so that it looks natural. And I'm not even sure if Potter saw it or not, because Potter was leaning his face against the laptop screen, so he probably noticed it. But he didn't say anything about it, so I'm like, okay, and I pretended that nothing happened. And then I'm like, okay, speaking Korean music, let's talk about Japanese music. So I search Aoba Ichigo. And at first it's fine, because I talked about Seabed Eden, and then I search Aoba Ichigo, We the Survivor. And my fucking review shows up. It's literally my face, except with shorter hair, but the same mustache. Holy fuck. I showed up again. I'm inevitable. And then I immediately clicked away. I'm like, okay, just... And he's like, just what? And I'm like, oh, huh. And this is like one of those movie scenes where something embarrassing happens and the main character is trying to cover it up, except this is real life, so fuck. And then at the end, we started talking about films, and I searched up All About Lady Shushu. It's a very popular film. There's no way it's going to show my review. Guess what? I clicked on a trailer, and then after the trailer finishes, it like suggests the next video to watch, and my review pops up. And I immediately clicked away, and I'm like, And he's like, what? And I'm like, huh. Fuck, I hope he doesn't notice, but it's so hard to not notice. I showed up 3 times in YouTube. I showed up 3 times, and I think partially it's because I watch my own videos on YouTube, so it's suggesting my own videos back, like the algorithm. But holy fuck, Like, honestly, even if you search Midair Thief, probably, like, even if you use your own laptop or use your own phone, probably one of the first reviews to show up is me, because my review got a lot of views. So, it's like, fuck. Honestly, it's not even that bad, but I just don't like it, man. It's not that bad of a secret. If Potter knows, it wouldn't be detrimental. And in fact, if Potter knows and Potter found out about the juicy personal vlogs that I did, like the ones I'm doing right now, it wouldn't be that far from reality, from the stuff that I'm telling him. Like me being insecure, the whole thing with Pepper, the whole thing with JT, the script writing club, the HKOS stuff. I also talk about those things in my vlogs. So him finding out about my channel is not the end of the world, but still, I don't want it. It's bad. Now, thankfully, he didn't say anything about it. I think he noticed that I got a little embarrassed, but he didn't say anything about it. And I don't know Potter. Maybe he noticed it, maybe he didn't. I have no idea. But he didn't say anything about it. Then he asked if he could use my bathroom, and I said, "Well, if it's number 2, then I'm not really." And he's like, "Oh, okay. How about number 1?" So at the end, he took a piss in my bathroom, and I didn't really like that because so far, I've been living here. I'm the one who's using the bathroom. Nobody else does. So I wasn't very happy about it, but I didn't say no. And it's not the end of the world. Like, I told him not to touch my gray towel, because it's a shower towel. But I don't know, maybe his shirt has touched it already. So you know what, screw it. I actually cleaned up. I actually took my towel here and my towel there, and I'm washing it right now. But yeah, that's that. And JT's room is a mess, according to him. So he went to my bedroom. And I don't really like it when people look at my bedroom. But I asked him, like, do you think it's as messy as JT's? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. I mean, JT sometimes worse, but yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that was an oopsie moment. And this isn't the first time where my private life has accidentally intercrossed real life. And not even the worst incident. A year ago, 1.5 years ago, my brother's friend found out because of my stupid SpongeBob meme video. And I don't know how did I know about this. I think my brother knew about this, and my brother told me, or I think I don't know, but I somehow denied it, and I somehow never mentioned it again. He never mentioned it again, and I hope he forgets about it. I hope he completely forgets about it. I hope Potter does too. Fuck. Again, it's not even that bad of a secret. It's not even that bad. It's just that there's a lot of personal stuff in there. And it's kind of ironic because I post it to the public. So a lot of the people from the public will see it. I'm just pretending that the public is not my life. You know, that my life will not intersect. But of course we have people like Cedric and Leo and they know about my channel, and when I like search up YouTube, they see it. It's fine. Because I really trust them personally, but even for someone like Potter, I don't know him well enough to really tell him everything. So yeah, fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. But it was a good hangout, but I hope he forgets whatever he saw today. I hope he did. Because this is not it. This is not it. Alright, so time now is 10:24. Oh, shit! Magic number. On June 25th, right. Magic number, guys. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna wrap it up today. Me hanging out with Potter is a great thing. It's a good hangout overall, minus the unfortunate events near the end. I think it is a very great hangout. It's definitely way better than the hangout I had with Kevin. And I feel like out of all the people I've met in LA so far, Potter is the one I can open up to the most. like I can be the most honest with. Like I just told him my insecurities. I don't think I can say that to any other Hong Konger. I've also said that to Pepper, but in a very in a kind of a reserved way almost. So there's that. Um yeah, again, very unfortunate he accidentally saw my YouTube video. Fuck. I mean, nowadays if people back in Hong Kong, like if Tyrus, I mean Tyrus knows. If I don't know, if freaking Hans and Anne and Ronald find out about my YouTube channel, I would care less because I'm not affiliated with them anymore. I could care less. I don't have to care. But then in LA, if people find out, okay, now that's a bit of an iffy. That's a bit of an oofy, in my opinion. A bit of an oof moment. But I forgot to mention a couple more things. Today, Potter told me he saw Oscar Isaac walking into the Century City Cinema, AMC. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. That's weird. If it's real Oscar Isaac, tons of people would be surrounding him. And then he's like, okay, I'm not 100% sure. And also during dinner, he talked about how he and this girl whom he thought was transgender, turns out she's not. She's just very masculine, but she's a girl. She has a boyfriend, and Potter, this girl, her boyfriend, and another Korean girl hung out together a couple times. And this Korean girl has a histrionic personality. She constantly clung onto Potter, and it started to get really weird. Because she started to get really close to Potter, and she constantly asked Potter stuff, and then she constantly made these sexual innuendos. So Potter went to like a jewelry store or something, and there was a wristband, or like a wrist thing. I don't even know if it's a jewelry store, some store, and there's a wristband, and Potter's just looking at it, and then the Korean girl showed up suddenly behind him, grabbed the wristband, and stuffed it on Potter's finger, like maybe 2 fingers, maybe 3 fingers, I don't know. And it's like a sexual innuendo, like finger me, finger my pussy. And she constantly laid her head on Potter's shoulder. It's weird because I've never really met people like this in LA before, but I believe they do exist. And I think at that point we're talking about how trying to socialize make you end up doing things you don't even plan to. But this is kind of like another, not really an example, more like it reminds Potter of this Korean girl, this Korean American girl. And this Korean American girl constantly texted Potter and was like, hey, how are you? Let's do a project together, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to this place and do a project together. And Potter's like, nah, I prefer doing the projects on my own. And and the Korean girl was like, oh, no, I mean, let's do our projects ourselves, but together, physically, in the same room. And then Potter's like, no, I prefer being on my own, like. And then the Korean girl's like, are you okay? So the Korean girl's being very Los Angeles right now. Like, oh, wow, you don't like socializing? You enjoy solitude? Are you insane? That's insane. Nobody does that. And Potter's obviously still a Hong Konger, and a reasonable Zen one at that, And so Potter's like, fuck. And Potter's just, ignored the Korean girl. And Potter said he really dislikes these kinds of people. Anyways, that's that. Alright, my mom's colleague's friend's daughter allegedly has received my email, and she will read it when she's free because she's busy too. And then I'm like, okay, Christian, I don't think Christian is, I think Christian's ignoring my text on Discord. I don't think he's, I don't think I think he sees my notifications, my texts, and he just decides to ignore it. Or maybe he just like scrolled them all and that's it. So I decided to text him over Discord again. I'm like, hey, I don't know, I said something along the lines of, hey, uh, I'm thinking we film on July 2nd. And then Christian said, oh, I don't think I'll be here in July 2nd, in this weekend. He won't even be in LA, and he said, let's have a call soon, sometime. And I don't know when soon. I have no idea. Okay, so, and he said sorry for not responding. Fine, but I am running out of time, okay? And Potter even was like, oh, if you really need help, you can call me and ask for my help. Like, I'd be happy to help, even though I don't know what to do. Fuck. So maybe Christian will not even be my producer now because he's not free on July 2nd. And then the next weekend it's the camp. I won't go to the camp, but the main character will not really do anything, will not show up. So it's all fucked. It's all a clusterfuck. So I'm screwed. It's ruined. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll find another crew, and I feel like that's not going to be that difficult if my mom's colleague's friend's daughter can provide me a crew ASAP. That would be great. But there's that. And yeah, I'm going to church tomorrow, even though I kind of don't want to, but I kind of have to. And also, church will provide me breakfast. That's free calories. That's free food. I'm not going to consume enough calories today because what am I doing? I'm not going to, because the lunch is literally just 2 soft shell tacos and 1 cola. It's not a lot. It's like 500 calories. And then for dinner, it's pork chops, bread. I ate 1 butter roll bread and then 1 sourdough bread. Pork chop, which is not that many calories, 200. And then a bunch of garlic broccoli. And then I'm like, okay, screw it. That's not enough calories. So I cooked myself 4 dumplings. And I'm at 1800. I'm going to eat a cup of jelly later, but that'll bring me to 1900. That's not a lot still. So I don't know why, but I've bought $110 worth of food, but I'm still struggling. I kind of want to just buy in Grubhub. Yeah, I don't know. And that's it for today. Fuck. I hope Potter forgets. I mean, again, more embarrassing shit have happened to me. Like, I want to forget about this, but, I accidentally showed Tom some of photos that I didn't want him seeing, and my brother finding out about my YouTube channel are 2 very bad things. But I just hope they forget it. If I don't mention it, it'll just disappear. So that's that. And that'll be all. I really don't think this short film is possible now. Unless Christian does something. I want to call Christian, but I don't know when is he free. So maybe it won't happen at all. So I really have no idea. I'm going to call my mom to talk about this. I don't know. Fuck. Gonna add a couple things. Time now is 1:56 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna just go to bed right now because Jonah's picking me up tomorrow at 8:10 a.m. That's super early, so I have to wake up at 7:50, change my clothes, grab my bag, and then just leave. No questions asked. I want to say that Christian responded to me, and I asked him when I can call him. He said tomorrow night, so Sunday night. Second of all, my mom's colleague's friend's daughter responded to me and asked me what sort of help do I need. And I said, oh, I may need a crew camera operators, producers, yada yada. And she said, "Do you have WeChat?" Of course. And I said, "Yes, I do have WeChat, even though I don't use it. And I want to uninstall it if I can. But unfortunately, I have it. That's all. So plan A is Christian providing me a crew. If Christian can't do it, there's this Chinese woman who can probably, she says she knows a few camera operators who have their own equipment, so that's cool. Plan C, if neither Christian or the Chinese woman can do, then I'll just film with my own phone or some shit like that. Or find someone else's phone, some iPhone to film it, and use our smartphones to record voice. And that's it. Plan D is to film it in Hong Kong. Plan E is to film it when I return to LA. So I have 5 plans in my pocket right now. 5 plans. If plan A, B, or C go through, then I will follow through to the next stage, which is going to be planning and scheduling. So there's that. And also, I don't know why, but there's a sort of this bubble on my finger. If it's chicken pox, I'm going to be a happy boy. I'm going to die. Well, hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's just some random thing, I guess. Alright, so time now is 8:01 a.m. on June 26th. Frick. I slept from 3:05-ish to 7:50. And I basically almost immediately fall asleep, which is a fantastic thing. I'm so happy about that. But that is still less than 4 hours, less than 5 hours. But it felt like a lot less than that. And I'm tired as hell right now. I'm sleepy as hell right now. I hope I don't have to go to work tomorrow because I want to just sleep. Yeah, today I'm just gonna go to the church and that's it. Not much else. Hopefully, I kind of want to take an afternoon nap when I come back home. I don't know. So, this makes me realize that I have about 20 days left before I leave LA. 20 days. Today's also supposedly the deadline when I should get all my cast and crew, so hopefully I get some answers. I'm gonna be speaking to an old guy today afternoon. I'm gonna have a call with him after he returns home because he's considering joining my short film. And then tonight maybe I'll have a call with Christian and hopefully so Christian is plan A. Plan B would be the Chinese woman. Hopefully she returns me with another email or something. And then yeah, that's all. So I'm still looking for a cast and crew. That's absolutely stupid, but it's true. Yeah, that's the whole point of today. I'm not even gonna film a review or anything. I'm gonna watch a 3-hour long movie tonight. I really truly hope I don't have to go to work tomorrow. If I do, Hana will not show up anyways. What's the point? I also wanna just Instagram DM Hana and ask her if she still needs my notes, but that is not of priority right now. The number one priority is my short film, and it's getting worse every day. I've been rushing 3 days ago, and I haven't had little to no progress at all, even though I've tried so hard. So that's amazing. That's truly amazing, really. Frick. And then next Saturday, 6 days later, I'm gonna try to film it. I'm gonna try to film the thing in 6 days. Because July 2nd, the Saturday, would be the most optimal. So this means I wanna just go out maybe on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday to sort of go to the location and stuff. And then, yeah, just film away, man. Alright, time now is 9:02. I'm gonna eat alone in my room again because Cindy and some other white guy is watching 500 Days of Summer outside right now, and I don't want to interrupt them. I just want to eat alone. Why would you? I'm pretty sure that guy isn't her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is black, tall, and has a raspy voice. I've seen him a couple times. So why are you watching someone who's not your boyfriend? You know what? I shouldn't even ask this question. It's hypocritical. Pink watched Anita with me, and she was still technically, officially with Leo back then. But yeah, that's weird. Watching a movie 500 Days of Summer? Alright, time now is 10:05 p.m. So, more updates. So, first of all, you know, bad news and good news. Well, semi-good news, I guess. Not really good, neutral news. Bad news and neutral news. I'm going to talk about the bad news first. You know what? Neutral news first. So, at around 7:30 p.m., Christian DM'd me over Discord, saying that I can call him now. That's a fucking problem, because I was literally in the siblings' car going back home, and I didn't check my Discord, and I expected him to be available way later. So when I was eating my dinner, I checked my Discord, guess what? So I immediately texted him like, oh, sorry, I was having dinner, can you call me like an hour later? And he said, nah, I'm going to bed 10 minutes later. 10 minutes? It's just 10 p.m. right now. Fine. Alright, so you know what? I didn't call him, but I texted him. Over Discord, I asked him, so, you know, can you at least tell me, that there's a crew that can possibly help me, maybe, perhaps? And he said, yeah, I've, formulated a 3 to 5 person team. That's good news. That's good to hear. So I asked him, okay, can you send me their emails? Like, yes, can you send me their emails? I need to contact them. And then he asked me, why do you need their emails for? Send them call sheets or something? No, I haven't done that. That's your job. If you want to be the producer, You know, that's on you, man. That call sheet, that's on you. I haven't done shit. Haven't done jack shit. Um, but he then sent me a bunch of emails. I replied. I need to speak to them, just discuss them on my short film, yada yada. Stuff, things. I didn't say that, but you know. And he said, all right. So he sent me some emails, and of course, the first name is Lucas because Lucas is also a friend of Christian's. I saw them both in Film 40. They're both kind of nice to me. Lucas. And then there's another guy named Bryant, and there's another guy named. So it's all guys, all American, not super diverse, probably all Latino/white. And there's Neil, who is still being waited on. Like Christian is still waiting on him. So that's good. There's a team. There's people out there. Small team, but maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. That's good. But I can't call Christian. Maybe Christian will be available tomorrow night after he finished work. I don't know. But, I said thank you, and then that's that. All right. Bad news. So the old man told me to wait for his confirmation before 9 p.m. Store space. Okay, I'm going to say this fast. He said he's passing. He said he's going to pass this. And I asked him, okay. He said he's busy on weekends. Fine, how about weekdays? And he said, nah, I have to do this. I have family things to do, and I got this other thing to do, and I just can't. And so, fuck, I tried everything. I tried Jonah, trying to talk to another person speak to all other people, and they all turned it down because they had surgery. And then I look for people, and it's all fucking fucked. This is garbage. This is a nightmare. This is literally hell. This is all fucking ruined. It's disastrous. This is a total fucking nightmare. I hate filmmaking. Fuck this. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep asking. I just had a call with my mom, and I don't know. Also, speaking of work, I don't know if I have to go to the well tomorrow or not because the schedule is not published. It's not sent to me via email. I texted the boss lady. She's not responding. I don't want to wake up fucking early tomorrow morning, walk to the fucking well just to realize I don't need to go. So I walk all the way back home, take a shower, and go to bed. And by that time, it would already be 2 frickin' p.m. Tiny more of an update. The boss lady has responded. I don't have a shift tomorrow. I don't need to go to work. In fact, I hope I don't go to work at all until July 15th, because I can't afford to care about this shit. Even though I do want to see Hana and speak to her and stuff, because I'm just so goddamn stupidly desperate for social interactions. But, I will maybe DM Hana tomorrow and ask her if she still needs my notes, and of course she has to say yes. What is she gonna do? Say no? She can't. In a social situation, saying no to something like this is, especially in LA, a little rude. So she has to say yes. So I'm going to send her my notes, and it's going to be all right. Just nice diplomatic relationships, And that's all. So so right now, what I really lack. So there are two main challenges right now. One is I don't have time. I don't have the time to make my short film. I got the shot list done, and I asked Christian who the DP will be, and he said, I don't know, maybe me, I'm good with cameras. So if you're the DP, how are you going to be the producer? You know what? Actually, that works. I don't know, man. Fuck, I don't know. Then, someone's got to be the lighting, someone's got to do the whatever, the lighting, the sound. Okay, fine, whatever. The second challenge is I can't find any actors. So really, I want to find 3 more actors. So there are 5. One of them is me. The main character is the pastor's son, who I highly doubt can act, but he's a very extroverted guy. Maybe he can pull something off with that charisma, even though that's literally something he doesn't need for my short. I want someone like Ray Chan, or yeah, I think that's. I need someone like my main actor for Dreams of an Empty Street. Like, he is literally the archetype I'm going for. Even though in real life he has a girlfriend, which is insane, but he exactly captures that awkwardness. It's just that he overacts. But if he acts normal, he has that awkwardness to him that I really need in my short films. He just needs to act more natural, act like himself. Then it would be perfect. I need actors like him, Alright, so for the other three characters I need is the old middle-aged woman, old man, and an American. I don't know, man. I have to know by tomorrow. I said I need to know by Sunday, but that's a fucking lie. Apparently I can't. And it's not my fault. I've been asking people day by day. So, I have texted the aunt, and I have texted the other name that Dee had given me. And my mom said she is texting an old woman she knows who lives in LA but is in the UK right now. But that old woman's sister, who is also very old, not very old, but somewhat old, I guess, is apparently in LA, and she may be able to help, is all. So let's hope that goes somewhere. And that's all for today. It's a good thing I don't have to work tomorrow, because I really want to just sleep my ass off. I'm so tired. I'm so frustrated. My short film is a disaster. Every single fucking short film I've made is a disaster. The production has always been a disaster. The first one is without a doubt a disaster. The second one is honestly not even that bad, because I suddenly have all the actors. There's people working for me, and it's like easy. But it's still not easy, actually. And that is the most expensive short film. Out of the three I've done, that is the most expensive. And then for Dreams of an Empty Street, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not even that bad. But again, there have been times when I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? There has been a lot of delays and postponing and a lot of mishaps. But the production itself, the day of filming, it was not bad. It was honestly not even that bad. It has its highs and lows. And I think that's mainly because the script is so loose. It allows for so much improvisation. A lot of actors are just like doing their own thing, and it was actually creating a kind of a nice atmosphere. But yeah, now it's just an absolute fucking disaster. This feels less like filmmaking, more like the housing crisis back in the first week of March. It's awful. But I still don't know if I can pull this off. I still have no idea. But yeah, today I spent a good deal of time just thinking about going back to Hong Kong. Just the idea of me returning. The end of round one. I want to call this the end of round one. Like, this is a video game, there are levels. I guess each level should have rounds in it, so round wouldn't be a good word. The end of chapter one, probably. Or I guess the end of arcs. I don't know, the end of core one. The end of season one, actually, probably. I don't know. But it just feels like the end of a chapter, really. I've learned so much, I've gained so much. I don't know why, but Pepper has made a couple of Instagram stories of the tram and the food. Is she out of quarantine already? It's the 26th. She left USA on the 20th. She arrives on the 21st. She's supposed to be in quarantine right now. What the heck? I don't know. But, yeah, another thing I want to say is, what else? I wanted to say something else as well. Fuck, shit. What was I gonna say? I forgot. I really did. Um, this isn't exactly what I was gonna say, but I do remember something that I haven't talked about, and that is Jonah's planning to film a music video thing for the church on Tuesday, and originally his plan, he and another guy is gonna team up and like, borrow a camera or something, and turns out they can't do it because there has been some mishaps. So now they need to rent a camera at some store, and they're gonna do it because it's a Sunday, so it's not open. So they have to do it tomorrow, Monday, which is insane because they have to immediately film the thing on the next day. So they're also having troubles, even though not as bad as me because they got like location actress, whatever, and they got spare cameras too. I'm still in a terrible goddamn situation. Um, yeah. Um, so tomorrow I'm not gonna leave the apartment at all. I'm so fed up with the world. On Tuesday, I may be able to help Jonah, hopefully. Okay, hopefully I'm gonna have a call with Christian tomorrow and talk about everything, go over everything, the scheduling, the budget, and the whole idea. And hopefully I have some answers for my cast. Wednesday, I may go out to look for Thomas, the Chinese dude. Thursday, I may have a shift for the well. If not, then whatever. Regardless, I will have to talk to the Chinese boss lady because she owes me money. She owes me like 200 and something dollars, in fact. Okay. At some point in the future, before I leave LA, I'm gonna do a few things. Have In-N-Outs, watch Thor: Love and Thunder in the cinema, and go to Target and buy new body wash because I'm running out of it, and also buy some brush to brush my shower place. And that's it. That really is all. And once I get this short film done, I'm done. I'm out. I'm out of this game, man. I'm out. Send me back. I'm done. Okay, level 2 friendship, 4 fitness, health and fitness, 5 short film. You know what? Let's just put a pause here. I've had enough. The last 6 months has been grueling. And yeah, that is all. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. This is a bit of a personal moment. While Cindy and that white guy were watching 500 Days of Summer, and I was cooking very quietly, I was thinking about love again. I have to, come on. And I envisioned myself. Okay, so there's this YouTube video of this Japanese idol girl ranting at the camera, saying how she wants money, she has no money, she wants to eat good food, and she started crying. And it's honestly one of my favorite videos I've seen on YouTube because it feels so genuine, it feels so heartfelt, and it feels like everyone can relate. Seeing other people having fun and you don't get to, you feel jealous, and then you start crying and asking why you can't do it. It's so genuine and it's so relatable in a way. I mean, I'm not broke and I get jealous because of other reasons, but that is so real to me. And I start thinking about myself and I start thinking about if I could do a rant like this, like a really genuine rant about love. You know how a lot of people, a lot of especially Westerners, Americans and Europeans, they're like, wow, at 15 I dated this person, at 17 I fucked, at 19 I had a threesome or something. Or, okay, that's sex, but what if at 15 I dated my first date, at 16 I introduced her to my parents, and at 20 something I would get married. Like, it's. And then there's me, who's a fucking loser, who's not getting either, at all, completely. Not one bit, no. And if I would do a rant like this, I would probably say something along the lines of, I don't even care about. I mean, I do want a girl who looks cute, who's hot. But at the end of the day, I just want to know what it feels like to wake up in the morning and know in the bottom of your heart that somebody out there cares about you. And it's not your family, because of course your family cares about you, but deeply care about me, okay? And every time I feel down, and every time I fail, and every time I doubt myself and feel bad and hate myself, there's someone out there who's going to give me a big hug and tell me it's going to be all right. I want someone who can tell me their stories, and I will tell them my stories, and we will feel no shame telling each other our deep, dark secrets, embarrassing secrets, whatever. I want someone who I can joke around with. I want someone who I can share my playlist with, who I can watch movies with, has a sense of humor, and they can do them back to me. I want someone who I can cry to and not feel ashamed of. And when I start thinking about these things, I started to want to cry. I was cooking my vegetables and I started to get, like, my eyes started to get sore. Not sore, but sour. And just, man, the power of love, really. And that also goes to show why I hate watching romance, because A, I can't, because it spoils my first date experience. But B, romance takes it easy. Maybe it's just me being a coward and me being a loser and all, but love and loving and romance is like, it's so difficult and stressful for me. Like, I haven't even dated, but me having feelings for Mary is honestly one of the most depressing things I've ever experienced. So, it's not easy. A lot of romantic movies have one scene where the guy meets a girl, and then 3 scenes later they start making out. But if I were to make a romance film, the first scene would be the guy meeting the girl, and the movie will be 10 hours long, and by the last act, they still can't speak one word to each other because there's just so much psychological warfare. That's me. That's my world. That's my definition of a romance. Maybe it's not for you if you're a Westerner. I feel like one of the reasons why I don't want to sound hateful, but a lot of people, a lot of Americans are like, oh, I fucked, I dated, I whatever. But it's not all that impressive when you realize people have such low standards. Just because you're hot and you're, oh my god, haha, life, let's go drinking, doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean they care about you. When they say, wow, you're so cute, it doesn't mean they want to share their stories with you when they say, wow, tell me more. No. Well, good for you. Also want to add a little something. I think it was a couple days ago, or I think it was a couple days ago or yesterday. Actually, I've seen this like many weeks ago, but in Aika's Instagram, she linked her own YouTube channel. So I'm like, okay, she got a YouTube channel, all right. And it's 2 of her short films, and one of the short films is basically her and her Japanese friends in the Griffith Observatory, and it's just weird, goofy stuff. But the other is a legit short film she made like 2 years ago in Japan. And it looks like shit. It looks like shit. It feels like shit. I'm kind of impressed because what she made was arguably way better than me on a technical standpoint. There are a lot of good looking shots, and the plot seems like it's going somewhere, even though I don't even speak Japanese. But what's really cool about it is that I find it very comforting that even someone from somewhere like Japan also has young filmmakers who don't know what the hell they're doing, making crappy ass sounding, crappy ass looking movies just like what I'm doing. And it's so cool. I see a lot of American short films, a lot of English speaking short films, and to see something take place in Japan with the same shitty quality It's just so comforting for me. And that's weird because I also see a lot of Cantonese short films, but I never think this way. I always see Cantonese short films and English speaking American short films as two separate mediums. So I never put them together and think, wow, like it's like this the whole world, just short films all across the world, and there are young filmmakers everywhere just like me, you know. But now that I'm seeing a Japanese one, especially given that it's Japan, you know, it's such a cool freaking country, and then you see a shitty short film like this, and you think to yourself, like, man, we all struggling all around the world. We are all like that, you know. Um, yeah.